Hello everyone, welcome to the Spankey Guitar YouTube channel. We're going to be doing the second part of the Marshall Mini Stack demo. My first upload, or my last video, it featured this guy here, the MG 15 MS2, which is a 2006 model. At that time, I was going to do both of them, but I ended up just splitting just doing the one this side. But for today, we're going to be doing this guy. This one is it's a bit older. It's the Lead 15, and this one is from 1999. And what I noticed between these two is this one is more. I'm not sure what the gain, the gain stage is not quite as, I don't know how you'd say that. It's not as high as this one. There's lots of gain in this one. This one is more sort of geared towards like classic rock. It's still nice and still sounds very good. Don't get me wrong. I kind of went backwards. I wanted to do this one first and use one of the Les Pauls for it, but I'm not sure which guitar we're going to pair this guy today, because I wanted to put this one. At the time, I didn't really know, but I now know that this one has more gain, and I wanted to feature this one with the LTD 1000 EC 1000, because this one has the EMG pickups. And but we could do that at a later video. Now these things, I don't remember if I mentioned in my last video, but I always thought these cabinets were 8-inch speakers, but they are in fact 10-inch. Yeah, okay, I did mention that. So yeah, just a recap, that these cabs have 10-inch speakers in each of them, and they actually sound really good. These little heads, they look small. Well, they are small, but they do pack a punch. And I did a speaker swap already, and in this guy I put a Celestion 12-inch, and that's just for fun. You know, in retrospect, I think I probably should have just left the 10-inch woofer, the stock one, because this is the stock one. 250 RFL, 25, 16 ohms, 25 watt. I put a 12-inch Celestion, and so now this is already a week later now that I got these amps. So I'm gonna piece together the other video segments that I put together when swapping the cab. So bear with me if I find myself repeating things I already said. But let's go ahead and get started with the demo. So on the Lead 15, we have the input gain 1. So the preamp section is gain 1, gain 2, and then the equalization section, treble, contour, bass, and a master volume, and a reverb. So these guys have an actual real reverb, spring reverb built into them. No digital effects here. So on this one is headphones, line out, CD input, and I'm not sure if I'll do any mods to these things. I know there's all kinds of different things that could be done to add more gain and add more master volumes and different things like that, but I'm pretty happy just the way they are. You know, I don't think I need to modify anything. Maybe later down the road, once I get more enthusiastic with soldering and such. But let's get to the demo. Okay folks, so we're back, we're all set up. We're gonna I got the bottom cab mic'd up first, and then we'll move to the slanted cab, because the slanted cab has the 12-inch, and we'll just do a quick clean and dirty on the bottom, then clean and dirty on the 12-inch Celestron speaker. And I've decided we're going to use the 2020 Gibson Les Paul Tribute for one particular reason. I don't know if you guys seen my video when I did a pickup swap on this guitar, and on this one I put the Seymour Duncan. This is the JB SH4, and it's a pretty good pickup. But in that video, that's actually how not to install a Seymour Duncan pickup, because I didn't realize at the time the wires for the Seymour and the Gibson, the one that was in here was a 490T. They were all the same colored wires, and this is a new pickup, and it comes with the schematics also. So you know, I looked at the schematics, everything looked good, and all I did was I hooked up all the wires together based on color. And then it wasn't I kind of figured something it didn't seem right. It didn't have as much output, and I was thinking to myself, there's no way this Seymour has less output than this one up here. And so I thought about it for a while. Then I looked it up on some other people's channels, and there was a guy. He in fact said that some of the wires for Seymour and Gibson, they're not the same colors for the hot lead and the ground and the north and the south, depending on coil splitting. This one doesn't have coil splitting, but yeah. So anyways, long story short, I had to hook it back up. So now this Seymour Duncan JB is wired up properly. So let's give this guy a proper introduction, a proper sound demo, in addition to the Marshall stack. So my apologies for those that so please don't copy my last video if you ever wanted to do a swap out like that. But what I did do is, in the description of that video, I identified the proper wiring connections, which to be color coded, which ones need to go, connect to each other. So if you ever decide to do that, it's a pretty simple process. But so yeah, I have everything here. I got the mic is a Shure SM57 Audio Technica AT2020 to the side, interface off to the side here, and we're going to be starting off on the clean channel of the Lead 15, 1999 Lead 15. The model before this one was a Lead 12, I believe, the older one, and they started making these stacks in the mid 80s, I believe, as a token of appreciation to a lot of the dealers that were selling Marshall amps. So Marshall ended up making these for some of the retailers and the dealers to let them know that, hey, you know, I really appreciate your commitment to selling all of our products. So here's a mini stack. I think that's how that started, and then over the years they just kept building on them. I think I might have made a small comment on my last demo of this one, where Billy Gibbons actually used one of these earlier amps, and I don't think it's this particular one. I think he used the Lead 12, which is one version before this one. This one's the Lead 15, and I think I'm pretty sure he used the Lead 12. I could be wrong. Maybe some of you guys could correct me on that, but yeah, either way, it's still the same sort of amp, and it like I was saying, this is more of a rock driven tone, and this has high gain, and this is good for like I was saying, my LTD with the EMGs, or any guitar with EMGs, active high output pickups. Actually, this one would have been good with this as well, because this Seymour Duncan has a 16 ohm resistance, so this is a high output pickup compared to these 490Ts that come stock. This one is still a 490R rhythm. The reason I put it in this guitar, I bought the Seymour new. The reason I put it in this one is because with the Tributes being a little more of a entry-level guitar, you don't get the binding, you don't get no push-pull, and you don't get the higher-end pickups. These are still good pickups, the 490s, 490R, 490T. But I noticed once you switch between pickups with the older one, there's very little distinction between the sounds of them. So that's the reason I picked this guitar to swap the pickup, the higher output. So when I do a lead on this one, it's there's a huge difference. And that's not to say that the prior Gibson that was in there is bad. I'm not saying that. It's just a different tone. And I think people that when they do pickup swaps, I said this in a previous video, and I'd like to kind of get that across to maybe some of you young guitarists that are just getting into it, and even to maybe some of you seasoned guys. The older guys will already know though, but when you're swapping a pickup, those aren't really upgrades. To me, that's my opinion. What all you're doing is changing the tone. Now, of course, there are lower quality pickups. Let's say you have an older mid 2000s Epiphone branded, and then if you swap it to a Gibson pickup, then for sure you're upgrading. But if you have a Gibson or a guitar that has really good pickups already, and you're swapping it out for a lower quality pickup, that's not necessarily an upgrade. That's just you're just changing the tone. So I just want to say that just kind of be careful when you're using that term upgrade, because it's not a huge deal or anything. It's just a little thing to be aware of. So okay, let's get on. Sorry for all the blabbering. Clean channel, we'll do the neck pickup 490R. Clean. Everything's on noon. High noon. Thanks for watching, folks. Please subscribe for more guitar gear and related videos coming up. Stay tuned for more Gibson Les Pauls, more amps, and thanks again. See you soon.